What if one of the biggest threats to your heart, brain, and long-term health isn't something dramatic like sugar or smoking, but something quietly missing from your plate every single day? Right now, millions of Americans are walking around deficient in a nutrient their bodies cannot produce on their own, a nutrient directly linked to heart health, brain performance, inflammation control, mood stability, and even healthy aging. That nutrient is omega-3 fatty acids, and despite all the wellness trends flooding social media, this might be one of the most underrated and misunderstood components of modern health in America. Omega-3s are essential fats, which means your body needs them to function but cannot manufacture them, so you must get them from food or supplements. The three main types are EPA, DHA, and ALA. EPA and DHA are primarily found in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, while ALA is found in plant sources such as flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. Although ALA is beneficial, your body converts only a small percentage of it into the more biologically active EPA and DHA, which means that for optimal health, direct sources of EPA and DHA are far more effective. In the United States, heart disease remains the leading cause of death, and elevated triglycerides are a major contributing risk factor. This is where omega-3s step in with powerful scientific backing. EPA and DHA have been shown to significantly lower triglyceride levels, improve blood vessel function, and reduce inflammation within arterial walls. In fact, prescription strength purified EPA medications are approved specifically for individuals with very high triglyceride levels because clinical trials have demonstrated meaningful cardiovascular risk reduction in certain high-risk populations. But here's where things get interesting. While prescription omega-3 formulations have strong evidence behind them for targeted medical conditions, over-the-counter fish oil supplements vary widely in quality, dosage, and effectiveness. Not all fish oils are created equal, and many Americans assume that grabbing the cheapest bottle off the shelf automatically protects their heart. The reality is more nuanced. Dosage matters. Purity matters. And whether you actually need supplementation depends on your diet and health profile. Beyond the heart, omega-3s play a critical structural role in the brain. DHA is a primary building block of brain cell membranes, influencing how neurons communicate. Low levels of DHA have been associated with cognitive decline, memory problems, and mood disorders. Emerging research continues to explore how adequate omega-3 intake may support cognitive resilience as we age. While omega-3s are not a miracle cure for dementia or depression, evidence suggests they contribute to maintaining normal brain function, particularly when combined with an overall healthy lifestyle that includes physical activity, sleep, and balanced nutrition. For pregnant women, DHA is especially important because it supports fetal brain and eye development, which is why many prenatal vitamins now include DHA as a standard component. Another major benefit of omega-3s lies in their anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic inflammation is now recognized as a silent driver behind many modern diseases, including cardiovascular disease, metabolic syndrome, autoimmune conditions, and even some aspects of aging. Omega-3s help regulate inflammatory pathways in the body, balancing out the high levels of omega-6 fatty acids commonly consumed in the standard American diet. Processed foods, seed oils, and fast food meals tend to skew this balance heavily toward omega-6, potentially promoting a pro-inflammatory state when not offset by adequate omega-3 intake. Correcting this imbalance is not about eliminating all fats. It's about restoring proportion. When Americans increase fatty fish intake to 2 servings per week, many can reach baseline recommended levels of EPA and DHA naturally. Yet surveys consistently show that a large portion of the population eats little to no fatty fish regularly. That gap between recommendation and reality is where deficiency risk grows. Omega-3s also influence eye health, as DHA is a structural component of the retina. Dry eye symptoms, which are increasingly common in the digital age due to prolonged screen exposure, have been studied in relation to omega-3 intake, with some individuals reporting improvement when their intake increases. In the realm of fitness and recovery, Omega-3s may support muscle recovery and joint comfort due to their role in modulating inflammation, making them popular among athletes and active adults. But it's crucial to separate hype from evidence. Omega-3s support normal physiology. They are not magic bullets. They work best as part of a comprehensive lifestyle approach that includes whole foods, regular exercise, stress management, and medical guidance when necessary. Safety is also an important consideration. While moderate omega-3 intake from food is considered safe for most people, high-dose supplementation can increase bleeding risk in certain individuals, especially those taking anticoagulant medications. That's why consultation with a healthcare professional is essential before starting high-dose omega-3 supplements, particularly for people with medical conditions. Another common misconception is that more is always better. In reality, balance is key. Excessively high intakes without medical supervision do not automatically translate into greater benefits, and may even cause digestive discomfort or interact with medications. Quality also matters significantly. Contaminants such as heavy metals can be present in poorly regulated fish oil products, so third-party testing and reputable sourcing are critical when choosing a supplement. For those who prefer plant-based diets, algae-derived DHA supplements provide a direct, vegan source of DHA without relying on fish. From a public health perspective, increasing omega-3 awareness in America could have meaningful long-term impact. Small dietary shifts, such as replacing one red meat meal per week with baked salmon, adding ground flaxseed to breakfast, or incorporating walnuts as a snack, can gradually improve fatty acid balance. These are not extreme biohacks. They are sustainable, realistic adjustments. The bigger picture is this. Modern diets have drifted far from ancestral eating patterns that naturally provided higher omega-3 intake through seafood and wild food sources. Reintroducing these fats is less about chasing trends and more about restoring nutritional equilibrium. In 2026, as wearable health trackers, personalized nutrition apps, and longevity research dominate headlines, it's easy to overlook foundational nutrients that quietly power cellular health. Omega-3s influence cell membrane fluidity, gene expression related to inflammation, and even signaling molecules involved in cardiovascular regulation. This is not fringe science, it's biochemistry. And yet, because omega-3s don't come with flashy marketing like some supplements, they often get ignored unless a doctor specifically prescribes them for triglyceride control. The truth is, optimizing omega-3 intake isn't about fear. It's about awareness. It's about recognizing that something as simple as what you put on your plate twice a week can influence biomarkers that determine long-term risk. It's about understanding that heart health isn't built in the emergency room. It's built in the kitchen, meal by meal, year after year. And it's about realizing that brain health decades from now may partially depend on the fats you consume today. So here's the bottom line. If you rarely eat fatty fish, if your diet leans heavily on processed foods, or if you've never paid attention to your omega-3 intake, this could be one of the simplest upgrades you make to your health this year. Start small. Add salmon to your grocery list. Sprinkle chia seeds into your smoothie. Talk to your healthcare provider about whether you should test your triglycerides or consider a high-quality omega-3 supplement tailored to your needs. Don't blindly follow trends, but don't ignore the science either. Your heart beats over 100,000 times a day. Your brain processes millions of signals every second. The fats that build and protect those systems matter more than most people realize. If this video helped you see omega-3s in a new light, make sure you subscribe for more evidence-based health insights designed to cut through the noise. Share this with someone who cares about their long-term health. And in the comments, tell us, how often do you eat fatty fish each week? Because sometimes the smallest changes create the biggest impact, and the difference between average health and optimized health may start with something as simple as a better balance of fats on your plate.